I want to thank you all for coming here this evening. I do understand when situations like this, the complexities of the issues and the questions that you'll have, I thought it would be best addressed face-to-face in these situations. Now, I just want to let everybody know that we have done extensive research with regards to this case, this player. And at the end of it, one thing we did find was he understands and takes full accountability the egregious act that he committed. He is extremely remorseful for his actions. What he has done is he has sought professional counseling with regards moving forward in anything like this situation. Once he understands his situation, he is now working towards being a better man moving forward. By no means, from an organizational standpoint, is this a guarantee of anything. As we all know, trust has to be earned, and that has to be earned with the Cleveland Browns organization and the community of Cleveland moving forward. So this will be a day-to-day thing in terms of earning trust, and with that, I'll take your questions.
John, you said that he showed remorse. Do you know, has he apologized to the alleged victim in this case with the hotel incident, as well as I know there were other two incidents that came to light after he left dropped Kansas City. Has he apologized to any of the alleged victims in the case? And can you elaborate further on this detailed plan that he has of commitment, as you say, of getting better?
Well, I can't speak in terms of the conversations he had with regards to the victim. We have talked to numerous people in doing our extensive research with this. And he's truly remorseful what he has done. He understands the act that he has committed is wrong. He is now trying to make himself better for the actions that were displayed here.
Has he done any type of volunteer work or work with any organizations to show his remorse and to kind of help improve violence against women in our community?
I'm sure one of the plans that we'll have moving forward here, and I know that he has actually sought professional counseling here on a week in and week out basis. Part of the plans that will be in place here is being able to outreach to the community on a weekly basis for he.
What kind of message do you think it sends to the community when you sign a guy this soon after a domestic or an incident that includes violence against women?
Well, what it does is we've done our extensive research, and at the end of the day, in terms of doing our research, we came away that the act was egregious. He is extremely remorseful for that moving forward. And I've always believed that it is important moving forward to, if a person wants to better themselves moving forward and be a better person, I'm willing to give them a chance in terms of doing all the deep research I've done. I still believe that he will be a better man today than he was yesterday.
So where do you think the team stands with violence against women?
I'm sorry?
So where does the team stand with violence against women?
Well, I think ownership has spoken on that before. I'm not going to be the spokesperson for the organization with regards to that.
Football-wise, you always talk about risk-reward.
Yes.
What's the benefit here for you guys? You're already in pretty good shape at tailback.
No, it adds competitive depth. For in any situation like this, what you attempt to do is get your facts, understand the situations involved, understand who the person who drives that person. Again, I keep coming back to this. There are no guarantees. You are going to have to earn the trust in this situation. And I truly believe that he will be a better man moving forward than he was in the past.
John, this isn't the first time that you've given a second chance to a player who has been involved in legal transgressions, Kareem Hunt and Kareem Hunt, similar accusations there. Who, in your mind, what type of person deserves a second chance?
Well, I think it's a case-by-case basis, and I think every time you go through these very difficult situations and these types of actions, you have to study everything from the person, for sure the person, and then find out are they willing to be better people moving forward. And again, this happens to be one of those situations where at the end of the day, the organization was comfortable moving forward with signing this player.
So he deserves a second chance in your opinion?
In my opinion, yes.
So in your role as an evaluator, when you did your thorough research, how do you gauge his sincerity and his commitment to being a better person? Is it looking him in the eye? Is it the words he chose? How are you gauging his sincerity?
Well, it's talking to people. It's talking to multitudes of people. It's sitting, or it's having conversation with him and understanding, the depth of him. Does he truly understand the actions that have transpired? Is he willing to, move forward and develop himself as a person and be able to treat other people the way he wanted to be treated? And I think that's how you go about this.
Honestly, is he really going to come out and say, nah, what I did was cool, and I'm not going to be a better person?
No, I think it's deeper than that. I mean, again, it's to me, words don't earn trust. Actions earn trust. Okay, so the actions that have begin to be developed, and he has shown, have led us to believe that he is willing. He's going to move forward here on this.
John, you have women that work in this building. One of the owners of the team is a woman as well. Anyone that has seen the video speaks for itself, but those women that are, quite frankly, appalled by it or whatnot, what is your response and message to them?
I think we're all appalled by it. It is an egregious act. We all understand that. But after doing our research, extensive research, analyzing the situation, we came to the conclusion that, I'm willing to help a man on a second chance moving forward to be a better person. And that's all you can ask for in society, and that's all I'm trying to do.
Do you think it's too soon for a second chance?
Excuse me?
Do you think it's too soon for a second chance?
I don't.
John, you keep talking about research, and you said that you've reached out and talked to people with his side and stuff. Have you, in your research, have you talked to women's domestic shelters, people that have gone through incidents, and how the repercussions of that from the other side as well? Was that included in the research? And one other, from a legality standpoint, she still has a year and a half, the alleged victim, to press charges. What happens from the Brown standpoint if she would do that?
Well, I can't speak in that regard. I can, the first part of your question is, back in Kansas City, when I was in Kansas City, I have talked to, those types of organizations that you said. I have not here, but I will here moving forward.
Do you have any kind of idea when the NFL is going to make a decision on what kind of suspension?
It's my understanding that they're going to begin to wrap up their investigation, and then I would say within a couple weeks they'll begin the penalty to be told to everybody.
What kind of communication did you guys have with the league, if any, here?
Really, we haven't had extensive communication. The only part of that was, just trying to find out when the investigation would be wrapping up. They haven't really given us any clear, definitive deadline on that moving forward.
Did you talk to any of the players? The guys currently are here. We're thinking of bringing this guy in, just get a read of the room, so to speak.
No, I did not.
Do you think he's a good representation of what it means to be Cleveland Brown?
I know today, at the end of the day, you have to earn those stripes. You have to earn that, and you earn that by making the final 53 roster. There are no guarantees in anything.
John, does this make
Last one here.
does this make Duke Johnson expendable?
I think Duke Johnson is a fine football player, but what it does is you have three very quality, really four quality individuals. You have four or three veterans on there now. I don't think it makes him expendable yet. What you have to do is you have to go back and research your options and see moving forward what's best for the organization.
I ask because obviously you had three starting caliber guys last year and you end up trading Carlos Hyde during the season. So it's logical to think that if Kareem's back and his suspension is over, that you move one of your incumbents.
No, I think that's a situation. I think you deal with that down the road.